So puzzle 33, we have two. We can make mistake 2 times. Okay. Here we play as white, and what can we do here? So knight f7 check looks nice to me. I thought about sacrificing the queen on h5, but there's no continuation afterwards. That's about it. So knight f7 check is the only move that I see. Knight f7 check. If king goes to g8, yeah, let's go for 50. I want 50. I don't want to end up again like a dork on 40. King takes and then queen h1 check. Yeah, that's an interesting idea about the previous puzzle. I want to come back to it later on and see what was the real move here. So knight f7 check in this position. If king goes to g8, we can play knight h6 and it's checkmate, ideally, but black is not that stupid, so he will probably play king g7 or king h7. And in that case, we need to think about what our response will be. So knight f7 check, king goes to h. Let's go with h7 first. What do we have here? Yeah. So if king goes to h7, knight g5 check is a double check, forcing black's king to go either h8 or g8, and in case of h8, rook comes here, so either way he will reach g8, and then I think our queen comes to the game and it's a checkmate. So after knight f7 check, king goes here, we have knight g5 check. So what happens if the king goes instead to g7? In that case, still we can play no, we cannot play knight g5 because bishop just takes on e7. That's interesting. What happens if the king goes to g7? Yeah, I think that's the real move here. Wait. King goes to g7, knight g5 check. If bishop takes, we can recapture with the queen. Yeah. And then the f7 protected twice, he cannot move the rook, and checkmate is coming. Yeah, I think that's the way. Knight f7 check. If king goes here, we have... it's not actually a checkmate. It's not checkmate because he can go to h8. Wow. Today I'm not at my best, guys, that's for sure. So let's see. What do we have here? Bring in knight check. King goes here. I mean, if this knight wasn't here, queen goes here would be nice. But I cannot waste time. Otherwise, I'm getting checkmated on h1. So, tough choices. How do we continue from here? Knight h7, f7 check was the correct move. But after king g8, somehow I missed that knight h6 is not checkmate. I wanted to play queen e4, but his queen is is looking at the square. Maybe. So knight h6 check, king goes to h8, king goes to h8. Perpetual check, knight h6, then knight f7 again. Do we need to do a draw here? No, it should be winning. What else do we got? We don't have any immediate threats in this position. And mate is coming. Okay, so it's not a draw. Got it. Knight h6 is the only sorry, knight h6 is the only forcing move to check black's king. Otherwise we get checkmated here. That's the only move I see. But then after king goes to h8, what do we do? Like, you can't just play move and see what happens. We need to see the actual result. Oh, I got it. I think I got it. Knight h6 check. King goes to h8, and then we have sacrifice of rook on h7 check. King is forced to take on h7, and then rook d7 check, bringing the second rook to the game. And now if black goes king h8, it's kind of the similar situation, but we rook down. Yeah, I don't think it achieves anything. Wow, this puzzle is very hard, guys. This puzzle is very hard. Or I'm not seeing something. Am I missing something? Knight h6, it's the only move here. Knight h6 check. Then king goes to h8. What do you guys got in mind? King h6 and then... Okay, so knight h6 check, king goes to h8, and then knight g4, preventing a mate and threatening queen e6. That's a cool idea, but I think after actually oh, this is difficult. So knight h6 check, king h8. You suggest play knight g4, preventing the checkmate here, and then knight h2, and black cannot exchange queens of f1 because it's guarded by the knight as well. To be honest, this is something, for example, I wouldn't fight it myself. Knight h6, king takes. Sacrificing two rooks, maybe? Knight h6 check, king h8, rook h7 check, king takes on h7. Rook d7 check. Let's say king goes to h8, he doesn't take the knight. If he takes the knight, queen e3 looks deadly. But if he goes to h8 back, Can we sacrifice another rook? But still, we can't bring queen to the... because of the bishop. Okay, there's nothing besides a knight h6 check, so I'm gonna do this move anyway. Okay, now it's a little bit easier to imagine what to play. Yeah, knight f7 check looks like attempting a draw, but this puzzle, I don't think it's about draw. So rook h7 check doesn't give us anything. Knight f7 check is a perpetual check. Knight g7, knight g7, knight g4. Queen f3. Does it give something? No. Queen f3. He has queen f1 check and then queen g1 check. So he can do a draw if he wants, or exchange queens even on h1. The more I think about this position, the more I start to believe that knight g4 is actually the correct move. This takes. Goes. If he takes here, we have queen 3. But if he comes back, this is difficult, guys. Puzzle 33. I didn't expect it to be that hard, and it shouldn't be that hard. I want to go for knight f7 check, to be honest. I want to go with knight f7 check. What do you say, guys? Let's give a perpetual check. I don't know if it will work. All right, let's go for it. Let me drink a little bit before. You see that? You see that? What the hell was that? So it was perpetual check afterwards. So it was basically a puzzle for a draw. Wow, that's the first time I see something like this.